Guam. It's an island name unknown to many. My grandparents grew up here, and stepping onto this island felt like connecting with that part of my heritage. For me, this trip wasn't just another vacation. It was a homecoming. But beyond the glittering waters, there's a story etched into this place, a history that shapes everything you see and feel here. For thousands of years, the Chamorro people called this island home, a civilization shaped by the sea and by the land, its people thriving. Then came the Spanish, and with them, centuries of colonial imprint. It's a legacy that's still buried in Chamorro culture. You can still hear it in the language and see it in the churches that dot the landscape. Then the Americans, and Guam became a naval station for decades, until the bombs fell. During the Pacific War, Guam became a crucible, a place of intense conflict, death, and profound change. What remains is a fascinating blend. It's a U.S. territory where the military owns 25% of this tiny 30-mile-long island, but underneath is a complicated and compelling place. History layered on history, culture clinging on, and beauty fighting through. To really see Guam, you need to understand the layers. So, let's start at the core of it all. Family. In Guam, it's not just important, it's everything. It's the glue that holds it all together. Coming back to Guam as an adult wasn't about ticking off tourist boxes. It was about reconnecting with a root. Those family barbecues, they're more than just cookouts. They're a cultural cornerstone. Generations sitting together, sharing food, stories, and laughter. It's how connections are made and strengthened here. And to feel those connections, head to the markets. Now, when it comes to the markets in Guam, you'll find different vibes. Chamorro Village on Wednesdays is definitely a lively scene. It's known for local crafts, souvenirs, and food stalls. You'll see tourists and some locals there enjoying the atmosphere. You can definitely find some unique souvenirs and try some local snacks. They also have rides and games for kids, so it's a nice place for a family outing. Manggilao Thursday Night Market has a different feel. It's smaller, and you'll see more locals here, especially for the food. You can find really good local barbecue and dishes reflecting Guam's diverse immigrant communities, like Hawaiian and Chinese food. While maybe neither place is the sole place to experience the real Guam, both markets offer a glimpse into aspects of island life and are worth checking out, especially for visitors wanting to sample local flavors and find handmade souvenirs. Like many post-colonial countries, Guam is an island of contrasts. Beyond the warmth of family gatherings and beautiful landscapes, there's a deeper story etched into this land. But beauty can be deceiving. To understand this island, you have to confront the ghosts. Places like Maninging concentration camp, they aren't easy to visit, but they are essential. Not a sight, but a scar, a place of suffering and of loss. It's a place to remember, to reflect on the past, and to understand the profound impact of war on this island and its people. Over 10,000 Chamorros were forcibly marched to the camp and forced to survive with few resources. Sites like the War at the Pacific Historical Park list all of the survivors, and it was here that we paid our respects, not just to my family, but to all the families of soldiers that went through this. Exploring the War in the Pacific Museum and the memorials dotted around the island gives you a deeper understanding of Guam's role in World War II and the devastation that was inflicted upon the island. The museum is thoughtfully curated and incredibly informative. Exhibits like this one, showing troop movements alongside documentary footage, really bring these stories to life. It's a powerful way to connect with the island's past. Then you step back further into time at places like the Spanish-built Fort Señora de la Soledad and the Marizo Bell Tower. These sites offer a glimpse into Guam's colonial history, but also some pretty incredible views. In Umatak village, there is a pillar commemorating where Magellan landed in 1521. But it's also a really great spot to take a break and enjoy the views. And for something truly ancient, the caves. Paintings on rock older than any flag that's ever been flown here. A reminder that history runs deep on this island, long before the battles and long before the empires. The Museum of Guam is worth spending a couple of hours in. It focuses on Chamorro life, with a smaller section on the wars, giving you a fuller, deeper picture of the Chamorro people and their history. They have various sections on different aspects of Chamorro life, like language and land cultivation. And you'll get introduced to the ancient latte stones that you'll see dotted around the island and see how they were used in pre-colonial times. There's also a cool rendering from a skull that I show later of what they think Chamorros could have looked like. Overall, it's a really great collection of artifacts that gives you a better sense of the island's long history. Okay, so let's be real. You come to Guam for the beaches, at least in part, and they deliver. Tumon Bay is the classic postcard view, perfect for swimming, paddleboarding, and snorkeling. You don't have to swim far from shore to see fish darting through the coral and the rocks. There were so many new and funky fish I had never seen before. And these fish, they have no fear. They'll swim right up to you. While others will try to pretend that they don't see you. But watch out for these guys, the Picasso triggerfish, because they can get a little aggressive. You want to escape the crowds, head up north to Retidian Beach. This is your spot, secluded and pristine. You can relax on the sand all day, or explore the nature trails. We were lucky enough to get a private tour from our cousin Laura, who used to work there, leading us to hidden caves with Chamorro petroglyphs and even a burial site. It was truly unforgettable. After doing the trails, you can drive over to the many beach spots that you can access through a very short trail. Here, you can swim and, of course, snorkel. But be careful because the currents can be pretty strong here and there's no lifeguards. Next up is Gun Beach, which is simply unmissable for sunset views. And yes, there is a rusted World War II gun at the very end of the beach, giving it its name. Tanguisan Beach is surprisingly tranquil, especially given its proximity to Tumon. We found mostly locals there and an abandoned factory which provided some epic views. Nearby, and a bit more hidden, is Mushroom Rock Beach. Access is for the adventurous, because you either have to walk along a privately owned road or around a rock jetty at low tide. But it's perfect for those seeking something off the beaten path. Now for incredible sunrises, head over to Guam's east coast. Tagachang Beach is just 15 minutes from Tumon, and it offers stunning dawn views. We were lucky to witness one of the most spectacular sunrises of our entire trip there. Inalahan Pools are naturally formed saltwater pools fed by the ocean. One pool has a diving board and the other one is perfect for snorkeling. The calm waters make it ideal for families with children, as it's safe for swimming and spotting fish, and you don't have to get worried about being pulled out to sea. So Guam is known for its waterfalls, though many require jungle hikes through tall sword grass like you can see here. And also shout out to the Barnes clan, who are the hikers of our family. Having not fully recovered from chemo, those hikes were a bit too challenging for me on this trip, so we opted for Talo'fo'fo Falls. It's one of Guam's largest waterfalls, but also its most developed. Let's just say it has character. It has carny rides, a haunted house that's more funny than frightening, and unique statues. So we got walking through Loveland. There's a gun range next door, literally right next door. So,
Are these having Chamorro?
I don't know.
So what do they have this year on the
Yeah.
Chamorro thing? Is that a person, really? Yeah. Or a monkey? Wait, who came up with the idea?
I don't know.
He said,
Because there's something for everybody.
no, I didn't pay $15 for that.
But you did. But you did.
Oh my goodness, what I joined here. It's on a public display, even though there's a sign.
It says 19 and
Yeah, but you don't know what is going to happen. Parents might just
it's called Loveland. And then it says 19 and over. What did you think?
I don't know.
Did you like it? Interesting?
It's just like, I just don't think it's whatever.
Is necessary?
Yeah, I don't think it's just, we are coming to see a waterfall, not people.
Well, are these bumper cars necessary?
Well, that's for kids.
Oh, that's for adults, maybe. The kids are right there.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's different.
It's different.
But,
I agree with that.
Yeah.
So judge for yourself, but after you're done touring the statues, you can take a gondola down to see the falls like my mom and I did, or you can take a trail like my husband and my dad.
This is old. Hopefully that doesn't break.
Well, any last words if it does?
Help!
You don't want to say I love you. It's been
a thrill. Well, I don't want to die yet.
I don't either.
I'm just saying. Oh, shit. Oh. Okay. Oh, my God. Are we safe here?
Yeah, we're safe.
Oh, my God.
It's too late now.
Oh, Jesus.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Why are you yelling at me?
Oh, Hoka is nice.
Yeah, that's way better.
That's what I'm talking about.
So after you take the gondola down, there's a little trail that takes you down and around the falls, and then you head back up.
Really pretty. Very hot though, as you can tell. The waterfalls over there. We came down the cable car here. They recommended we come down the falls, walk around, go through the drawbridge. They have a museum of the Yokoi soldier, the Japanese soldier who was hiding out. So we're gonna check that out. Then you can walk back up to the second part of the falls, which are at the top, before looping around to catch the cable car or gondola back up. So we'll see you at the cave.
This is where the famed Japanese soldier, Sergeant Yokoi, hid in the jungle for 27 years after World War II. The visitor center at the top of the falls provides some more background on his story, but after you loop around the falls, you can walk to the cave entrance itself. Pro tip: wear some mosquito repellent. We learned that the hard way. Also, just to note that the Guam Museum also has a small exhibit on him with some of his artifacts and his clothing. He actually made his clothes out of coconut fibers.
All right, so we finished. What do we all think of the magical Talo'fo'fo? Wait,
I
turn
want
around.
some new positions.
Hey,
I know.
what did you guys think of the
It was very how do you say that?
Falls is
Education-
beautiful, but the
Educational
place could do
some
an update.
areas.
an update?
And they should make it free for locals.
But you're not local.
Well, I'm vote for the locals.
Of
Okay.
military.
Or military, of course.
No discounts military.
No, I'm sorry. You got your seniorship discount though.
Besides water-based activities, Guam has stunning vistas. Here we are at Two Lovers Point. Legends will vary, but the core of the story is that two lovers leapt to their deaths to be together. Beyond the poignant tale, the views are simply breathtaking, especially at sunset. I've tried to outline the faces of the two lovers, so hopefully you can see them. Now, if you have a car, go explore Guam South. It's just a 30-minute drive from Tumon, and you'll find charming villages like Yumatak and Maleso, and a dramatic shift in landscape. You've got mountainous hills, cliffs, and incredible overlooks, like this one at Seti Bay. Down in Maleso is Mariso Pier, which is a local favorite for snorkeling and relaxing. You'll often see families picnicking and swimming here. There's also a cafe for refreshments and for booking water activities. The bell tower was a fun stop on the way back. It has a random Christmas tree made out of footballs, which is a quirky juxtaposition against the old bell tower. We got some cute couple photos here too, which is perfect for Instagram. for a truly unique underwater experience, there's the Fisheye Marine Observatory. You can descend into the observatory at the end of the pier, but there's a $16 entrance fee. But you can experience the reef without even getting wet, so it's perfect for kids or for non-swimmers. It's like stepping into an aquarium in the middle of the ocean. The marine is a prime place for people learning to scuba dive like you can see here. For us though, snorkeling was calling.
All right, we're doing snorkeling again because I forgot the GoPro yesterday, and we want to capture the cool coral that was out there. So we are heading out again to the fish observatory. This time we're going to bring Kellen and hope he doesn't sink.
Shark bait, haha.
All right, we're headed out there.
So like I said, I forgot the GoPro, so we had to go back. And I'm so glad we did because we got to see a black-tip reef shark. My cousin assured us that they're harmless, just curious and skittish, like underwater cats. And that proved to be exactly right. Even without a shark sighting, swimming amongst all these fish is a magical experience. It was a highlight of my trip. Okay, let's talk food, because in Guam, eating is an adventure in itself. Because of its complex history and waves of immigration, Guam's cuisine is a fascinating mix. You've got to try mezcla for a modern take on Chamorro food. They've got really delicious and creative dishes here. Pica's Cafe and Little Pica's are great for brunch, serving a good range of savory and sweet options. Also a good breakfast option is France's Bakehouse, but you have to get there early. We hit this place up twice. It was that good. You can see them making their pastries in the shop, which is pretty fun.
There's cheese inside the jalapeno bagel. That is insane.
Keeping with the breakfast theme is Ture. Everything was good here. We also went here twice, not just for this view, but specifically for the taro pancakes and the Spam fried rice. The pancakes were so good that my parents went on a hunt to find taro mix to make pancakes once they got back home. For beach vibes, head on over to Hafaloha. They have all kinds of food here, including shaved ice and acai bowls. But for us, the poke and the tanakta gyoza were the stars here.
I got the poke nachos. Dude, you having a moment.
This is amazing.
Your poke? What kind of poke did you get?
I got the Aloha poke with sushi rice.
Okay.
This is probably the best poke I've ever had.
Even better than Hawaii?
This is better than the fresh one in Hawaii on the beach.
Wow.
You need to try this.
Okay.
Jeff's Pirate Cove is on the East Coast, and it's a fun place to eat for the atmosphere. The views are really great, and the portions are decent size. And for something a little different, try the conveyor belt sushi at Wakasakura. It was surprisingly good, if a bit of a splurge. But really, we just wanted to see the food arrive on conveyor belts. That was new for us. One of our favorite coffee spots was Slow Walk Coffee Roasters. Their concrete and wood interior was gorgeous, and the coffee was really good. Guam's culinary scene has a lot of range, and we didn't even get to try half of it. After all that exploring, you might need a little downtime, and Guam's got you covered there too. A spa afternoon at the Dusit was restorative. I actually went the day after we arrived and got their destination rejuvenation package, which came with a bath, a scrub, and a massage. It was just what I needed to combat the long 24-hour flight time. But for me, moments like these are more than just pampering. It's about resetting, of finding a moment of quiet amidst all the noise. But honestly, just finding a quiet spot on one of Guam's beaches, to me, that's wellness in itself. Guam isn't just about adventures. It's also a place to slow down, to breathe, and just be. If you're looking for a trip that's not just about sightseeing, but also about taking care of yourself, this place delivers. So, that's Guam. History, scars, beauty, resilience, flavor. That half-a-day spirit that just makes you feel welcome. If you're planning a trip to Guam, I hope this video gave you a taste of what's waiting for you. Definitely explore the beaches, but also delve into the history, and most importantly, come hungry. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about Guam, or if you've been and have any cool spots to share. Happy travels, and see you in the next video.